Hey!
Hi there! We get a lot of questions about strings, string material, the length of the strings, the thickness of the strings. So today we brought out 4 of our friends from the collection, because you can never have enough lyres, can you? And we're going to talk about strings. Let's go! Let's start with this lyre. It's our very first lyre and we call it Old Faithful. It has fluorocarbon strings on it, which is basically a fancy word for fishing line. It's very strong material. We almost never have to tune it. It's very stable, and this is why we call it Old Faithful. The down part is that the strings are transparent, so if you're going for an authentic look, then these are not strings for you. But they sound very clear, and let's have a little demo.
And then we have this little guy. When we started to do more reenacting, we were looking for something a little bit more authentic. And this is our replica of the Cologne lyre. The strings on this one are made of gut, actually sheep gut. It's probably the material they used in ye old days, so it's more authentic. But don't worry, they're not smelly. What we love about the gut strings is, of course, their authenticity, but also the fact that they have a really nice, warm, rounded sound. They really sound lovely. A little bit of a downside is that you have to tune them like every song, because they're not very stable. They react to humidity, temperature, so they shrink and they're just horrible for performing, because you have to tune them every time. So for performers, that's not very handy. And besides that, they are less strong than the carbon strings, so they break easily. So in the middle of a performance, having a string break is nothing new. But, like I said, this is how they sound. Here we have one of our most prized possessions. It's a replica of the Sutton Hoo lyre. This one has Nile Gut Strings. Like I said, the gut strings weren't really performing very well, so we decided to go and try the Nile Gut, which is a polyester material. The pros are that this looks like bleached gut, so the aesthetic is pretty good. And they stay way more stable than the gut string, so we have to tune a lot less. They have a nice warm sound, almost like gut, but better, more authentic than, for example, the carbon strings. A bit of a con would be that because they're a bit more rough on the surface, they have a little bit of a screechy sound when you put your fingers on them. And that is, for recording songs, a little bit of a nuisance for us. But they're very strong, they don't break easily, and they have a nice, clear volume to it.
last but not least, it's our Teplo lyre. This lyre has sugar strings. It's a new material made out of sugarcane, which makes producing a lot better for the environment, which is a good thing. They are less scratchy, they're louder and they're clearer than the Nile Gut strings. They are a little bit transparent, which makes them look a little less authentic than gut or Nile Gut. So let's hear them.
So this is what we meant with the scratchy sound of first the Nile Gut. And if you compare that to the sugarcane, that's a lot less. So our conclusion is that you should actually choose a type of string you want to use according to what you're going to do with your instrument. If you want to be authentic and reenact medieval times, you should go with the gut string. If you're just learning to play the lyre and you can't be bothered with tuning every 10 minutes, you should use the carbon strings.
And there you go. So if you're interested in buying any of these strings, we'll put a link below where you can get them. And the thickness of the strings and the length of the strings and everything you need to know, it will be down here, down here. Anyway, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Hope it's helpful.
If you have any questions, just let us know.
Yeah, let her know.
And then, of course, we conclude this video with our ever famous word.
Practice, practice, practice. Bye-bye.
This one has strings made of catgut, and it sounds like this.
Oh, it doesn't.
Not very much. It's
not very.
Wait, he is sort of humming and purring. Beautiful!
Oh, we forgot one lyre. We have a special lyre. It's an air lyre, and it sounds like this. Caramba!